Imagine a civilization where no king's palaces, no royal tombs, no giant temples, no war victory murals, and still the most advanced city planning of the ancient world. Sounds impossible, right? But this is exactly why the Indus Valley Civilization is still one of history's biggest puzzles. Today, I'll answer one main question. How did a massive civilization run without a visible ruler? And why did it suddenly collapse? And trust me, this story starts like a movie. Part 1. Discovery Spence, Punjab. Year 1829. A man reaches an ancient ruined city. He's not an archaeologist. He's not even officially supposed to be there. He's a soldier who deserted the British East India Company. To hide his identity, he changes his name. But he has a passion, traveling, and history. So he starts sketching everything he sees. Walls, bricks, ruins. He had no idea that he was standing on a city buried for thousands of years. Harappa. And the craziest part? Even after this discovery, the world still didn't understand what it was. Because Harappa wasn't just an old city. It was proof of an entire lost civilization. And the real reveal? It happens a century later. Now imagine this. You discover a city, then you discover another city, and then another. And suddenly you realize it's not one city, it's a whole civilization. Part 2. The Big Reveal. 1920s. ASI Director John Marshall begins detailed excavations. Harappa is officially studied, and then a second site is found near the Indus River, a place filled with skeletal remains. That city gets a name, Mohenjo-Daro, the Mound of the Dead. From here, discoveries explode. One by one, more sites appear. Today, archaeologists have identified over 1,400 plus Indus sites, and around 900 in India. Now here's the shocking part. At the same time period, around 2500 BCE, the world had only a few major civilizations: Egypt, Mesopotamia, Indus Valley. And among them, Indus civilization covered the largest area, not just one capital, multiple large urban cities. Harappa, Mohenjo-Daro, Rakhigarhi, Dholavira, each with serious population. Some estimates say 40,000 to 50,000 people in the largest cities. Now you'd think such mega cities must have mega kings, but that's where the story becomes strange. Because when archaeologists searched for the usual signs of power, they found something else. Not power, planning.
Whoa, look at this! This is incredible, it's opening up! I can't believe what I'm seeing! Wait, what's that? This is huge!
Part 3. Modern ancient cities. Indus cities were built like they had engineers. Straight roads at right angles, standard-sized baked bricks, drainage lines in almost every street, toilets and bathing areas in homes, covered sewers, wells and water systems. Some cities even had public waste management, and one structure became iconic: the Great Bath of Mohenjo-Daro, a huge tank made with waterproof brickwork and natural tar. This wasn't random. This was a planned society. But then comes mystery number 1. Part 4. Language, slow plus mysterious. Thousands of small seals are found, stone seals, copper plates, pottery inscriptions. More than 4,000 to 5,000 inscriptions have been discovered. And almost every seal follows a pattern. Symbols at the top, animal image below, bull, elephant, tiger, and most commonly, a unicorn-like creature. But nobody can read the symbols. It's called Indus script. It has about 400 signs, and historians noticed something important. It was usually written right to left. How do we know? Because on many inscriptions, the symbols become cramped on the left side, like the engraver was running out of space. Now, decoding any script needs a key. Egyptian hieroglyphs were decoded because of the Rosetta Stone. Same message written in 2 known languages. Indus has no Rosetta Stone, so the meaning is still locked. But script gives us one powerful clue. If you can't read a civilization's writing, you look for the next best thing. You look for how society was structured, and this is where Indus becomes a global debate. Part 5. No king mystery. In Egypt and Mesopotamia, you always find royal tombs, palaces, war art, temples, texts praising kings. In Mesopotamia, one of the oldest stories is Epic of Gilgamesh, a king, a hero, a ruler. This alone tells you there was a strong ruling class. But in Indus, after 100 years of excavation, archaeologists still say no clear palace, no clear royal tomb, no clear temple complexes like Egypt, no solid proof of an army system. So experts ask, what if Indus was run without a centralized king? Some researchers propose collective governance, multiple councils, multiple groups, managing different tasks. A structure closer to heterarchy, not one pyramid of power, more like distributed authority. And architecture supports it. Many houses are similar in size. Some houses are larger, but not like king versus poor difference. Some big buildings might even be public use, granaries, meeting areas, community structures. So for many scholars, Indus becomes a huge civilization that stayed organized without visible rulers. But there is a problem. Part 6, Dark Side. Many people love the idea. Indus was peaceful, equal, perfect. But historians are careful. And more importantly, skeletal analysis from Harappa shows something serious. Trauma marks, interpersonal violence. Studies show violence was present, and later phases it increased. Women and children were commonly affected. So Indus wasn't heaven. It was human society. But overall, compared to Egypt and Mesopotamia, Indus still looks less militaristic and less visibly hierarchical. And that leads to the biggest mystery. If such an advanced civilization existed for centuries, then why did it collapse? A civilization doesn't vanish overnight. First systems fail, then trade breaks, then cities empty. And archaeology shows this exact pattern in Indus. Part 7, the end. Between 1900 BCE and 1300 BCE, decline starts fast. City planning stops, drains not maintained, great bath filled with waste. Trade with Mesopotamia reduces. By around 1800 BCE, many major cities are nearly empty. Now why? There are theories. Theory 1, river plus climate change. Theory 2, environmental damage, deforestation, land fertility collapse. Theory 3, epidemic diseases in dense cities. And one more detail, instead of one big destruction, evidence supports gradual migration. People moved eastwards toward the Ganga Plains and smaller settlements. So Indus didn't die like a movie ending. It faded like a system collapsing slowly. Today we know so much, but the biggest answers are still locked. Because until we decode the Indus script, we don't just lose words, we lose the names of their leaders, their laws, their stories, their beliefs, their reasons for collapse. Indus doesn't feel like ancient history. It feels like a file that's still not opened. And that's why Indus is not just a civilization, it's a mystery we're still living with.